auto filtering that we can find on the data tab or under the Ctrl+Shift+L shortcut is just one way to filter the data, but you can also apply the advanced filter, and the first scenario can be solved by both of the solutions. So you could actually start by filtering the low order priority and the land transport type. And this is of course fine, but in here we will take off the filters and get to know the advanced filtering. So to create an advanced filter, you need to recreate the table that you have in here, including your headings. So I will create a heading for order priority and also order for the transport type. And when you insert the conditions below and place your cursor on the initial table, you can go to the advanced filtering on the data tab and select your filtering range as something that will be the source for the filtering. And when you hit OK, you get exactly the same result. Both conditions, order priority low and transport type land, need to be met to remain in the table. This advanced filtering is a bit more tricky because you don't see the filtering icons on the headings. You just can recognize the filtering operations by watching the blue row numbers. Advanced filtering will be particularly useful where your conditions are very complex or you have a lot of OR conditions, and in this case we can check that order priority and the transport type don't need to go together. Just by auto filtering you cannot create OR filters, but by creating an advanced filter you can. So the order priority should be low and the transport type should be land, and this time we separate the second item in a new line so that when we apply the advanced filtering and select the range of criteria, you will get either low or land, or both of them can be met also at the same time. The third scenario is the most practical exercise as regards dynamic filtering. You can imagine you get by email the list of orders or the customer names, and you need to find all of the information about these orders on the list. You can use VLOOKUP formula, but you can also apply the advanced filter. You need to keep in mind to create a heading, then you can copy your order IDs, and then when you apply the advanced filtering, you just select the criteria, and by hitting OK, you get the list of the desired orders. In the next exercise, we have even three conditions. The first one is on the order priority, the second one is on the ship date, and the third one is both on the order priority and also on the transport type. And the first condition is we have the order priority low. The second one is we have the date, ship date after a particular date, and you can just apply this filter as a text. And then the third one, we have the critical order priority and Air Express transport type. Let's insert maybe a new row to not to mess both of the tables, and we create the advanced filter, select the criteria, and then at the end you can check the results. The next challenge is not only to filter the data, but also to copy part of the table to a separate table, and this is once again something that the advanced filtering can do. Let's start with the headings. We have the order priority as the first one and the transport type as the second one. We have critical and Air Express, which comes into new line as we have the OR condition. And now when we do the advanced filtering, you can, except for the range of the criteria, select copy to another location, and then you just select the headings you have in the table. And when you hit OK, you will see that the headings that we have in here have become like the requirement for the end table. The most complex scenario with the advanced filtering is the usage of formulas, and the rule in here is that you don't need actually the heading as we need for the critical part of the exercise, but you need to check by a formula whether the first cell that you have in the expected column meets the criteria that we have in a cell. This is how you define, by using also the static address, the conditions, and now when we select the advanced filtering, you can create the rule in here, and when you hit OK, you will see that only 3 rows critical above 100 order quantity are left in here. And if you want to reapply the filter, you can change the cell value and then once again go to the advanced filtering and repeat the filtering process. The last case is once again the formula, where by formula we want to determine whether the difference between the ship date minus order date is over 10 days. And we get the false information for the first row, but now we can use the advanced filtering option to select the cell as the filtering condition. And now when we hit OK, you get just the exceeding times. Keep in mind that you need to select also the cell above, like there would be a heading.